love these weeklies, and long may the rendezvous continue.
Well, the wacky races are going to get underway once again here in the grand finals as everybody has finally made it to the pitch. You can blame Rye for this one. No, I'm joking. You don't have to blame Rye for this one.
Don't blame anyone.
Tech issues and such, you know, it always happens in these sorts of environments. We want that all-important competitive integrity. In the blue, you will find 100%, and that's also a harbinger.
I was going to say, all complaints to @BaconCasts on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll send all grief his way, please. Again, though, they're running a harbinger. They are running a harbinger in a competitive Rocket League game. In the orange, by the way, you'll find the chocolate eaters.
Yeah, BREEZI's always been one to have a little bit of fun, and maybe the big stature of the mighty whatever it was called.
Harbinger.
Harbinger. Is he going to be a harbinger of doom though, Relic? There you go. There's the wordplay that you come for. TRITON, you come for the wordplay, you stay for the goals, but TRITON can't really put that one away quite yet.
Yeah, no titration on this particular occasion. Oh, there's some year 4 chemistry in secondary school in some places. Let's see what this counter-attack can put together then. TEMPOH lurching forward, hits the backboard. BREEZI looking for Crispy. That's exactly what he's going to do. Infield to TRITON, intercepting.
I don't know if you noticed it, by the way. Just still talking about cars and car setups. TEMPOH's got a topper. TEMPOH's got a hat on. He's got the backward psionics cap on. When was the last time you saw someone with a topper in a competitive Rocket League match? I mean, it doesn't really matter because that was a phenomenal save, but it is straight into the hands of 100%, and TRITON looking for the top right corner, won't find it.
Well, the answer to your question, Crafters, is last series. Last series is when I saw someone with a topper. It was all
technicalities.
It is giving him some extra powers that I'm almost certain of that, because he's looked sensational and saved an almost certain goal in this first 2 minutes or so. It's now Rye. That was on target. I think it might very well have been going for the woodwork, but it's registered as a save by BREEZI irrespective. Here's TEMPOH now. It's 3 versus 1. It's just the harbinger backboard put away. Surely Rye 1-0.
That's how you do it. Lovely little flick play onto the backboard, and Rye chases this one down. Knew he didn't have anyone to beat, so takes his time, slots it home, and that is the Kachow. See you later, K-Dot.
Might be the harbinger of doom there is BREEZI, but there was nothing that he could do. It was 1v3. The odds were always stacked against him, and now FORECE off the kickoff. Loses out to Crispy on the challenge, but TEMPOH again goes sideways. This is something that we picked up in that previous series with the Troglodytes, I should say. Very willing to go into no man's land, very willing to go into the space where nobody is, because they will back themselves to win the race into that unoccupied territory every time.
And they seem like their passing plays are on point. They've been connecting so well. And it was a microcosm of that on that first goal here in the grand final. Try to find that open space, put it where the opponents don't really expect it, and run rings around them when they try to get their defense sorted.
Loose. FORECE on the chase. Here's TEMPOH. That's
what a touch.
Gorgeous. Love it. Crispy in the right place at the right time. Cool as you like. Out into the midfield. BREEZI popping that boost. Oh, nobody's challenging. Why is nobody challenging? It's not fireworks night. That was like almost a month ago.
Yeah, they were just kind of sitting around by the bonfire here, weren't they, Relic? Just waiting for them to come to them. And yeah, I mean, maybe TEMPOH, I can understand why he didn't go for it, but why is Rye sitting on his hands right there? Sitting on the back post. Like, you got TEMPOH there to make a play. Why not you just dive for the ball? Make something happen. My goodness.
Very strange. I would consider that one a gift. 100% back on level terms. Rye forced to go all the way back to square one for his team. Bumped out the way brutally by BREEZI. Here's Crispy looking to curtail this rebellious Troglodytes counter-attacking opportunity, and does so indeed. Back on the offensive is Crispy for post. Hits the post but doesn't get the fortune.
Yeah, very unfortunate to come off the post like that. BREEZI misses it, but Crispy on the follow-up, and Rye in perfect position. But now here comes the aggressive offense from Troglodytes. FORECE trying to get it downfield. Couldn't follow up in the corner, and TRITON just spins his way and wins out of the corner. Lovely stuff. And we're still tied at 1 here, James, and it might be a 2 for Crispy. No, BREEZI, 2-1.
Complete turnaround. The persistent pays off. Sneaking in there. BREEZI creates the opportunity for Crispy, and that, later on down the line, of course, leads to that easy tap-in. Just shy of a minute then for Troglodytas to try and find a second. They have been snuffed in the offense for large parts of this one.
It was a very unfortunate touch from the defender right at the last second. Let BREEZI just square that one away. 45 seconds. They need to go quickly here, Troglodytas. I know it's a long series here at best of 7, but losing the first game is never, ever in the game plan. Here comes TEMPOH, but look at this. Even though they're 2-1 up, they could be susceptible to a counterattack here, Relic. But they're still here to, are 100% to, just take away every opportunity. Crispy, 3-1.
Some might call it being a little too bold. I think it's just full respect to Troglodytas, understanding that on a whim they can put in a goal at a moment's notice, and so finding that extra goal just gives them a little bit extra comfort space now heading into the final 30 seconds. A fourth, and that is surely all she wrote. This one going to go slightly wide.
Yeah, so I like that mentality. Shut them down, secure the game, make sure they don't have a shot at net, and to even have a chance at tying it up. Have trust in the rest of your team that you're not going to make a mistake. You can make those challenges, hit those 50-50 balls, and it's exactly what they did. And 100p off to 100% winning record start.
Very impressive. And with an unorthodox lineup there, the Harbinger doing exactly what you expected it to do, being a big old bully. Oh, that shot count, though. My goodness. 15 from 100%.
Ooh, that's incredible. It didn't feel like that, though, did it?
It didn't, no.
It felt like Troglodytas had way more chances on the ball. But then again, 100%. Just, I suppose you're taking 100%. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but they missed. I'm not even going to try and figure that out. They missed more.
You had me in the first half, Crafters. You had me in the first half.
I had myself in the first half. I thought that was going somewhere. It never really. Let's just move on to game 2.
I'm looking at that scoreboard, by the way. The only stats which favor Troglodytas were saves and demos.
I mean,
which
you're going to be
baffling.
I mean, you're going to be favored in saves if you got, what was it, 15 shots against you.
I mean, yeah, they could not say that, but yeah.
It happens naturally there. But yeah, let's see Troglodytas get downfield a little bit. We know how, that first goal, fantastic upfield passing play off the backboard and just give time for Rai, get him in space. So you talked about Troglodytas in that semi-final game, finding the space and trying to fake out their opponents and put them in awkward positions. Didn't really see that all that much. Maybe just 100% stepping up to the task a little bit more in that semi-final.
Yeah, just 100% growing into the game. Ironically enough, loading in, they're not already at 100%. They gotta build it up. They gotta build it up. BREEZI as well, building up far more confidence. Demo on the way out. And that'll give Crispy the license to move forward with a challenge over to Styling.
Styling and profiling. You see TRITON, I think Ray got a little bit spooked by TRITON flying up to the backboard there and slowly brings it down. Didn't expect Crispy, my boy from Endpoint, slamming that one down. Yeah, plug. Yeah, lovely heads-up play by Crispy, spotting that opportunity, and something that you say that's fortunate, but I just say it's a great opportunity and well done taking the risk.
Will they drink the brisk? Oh, that's a sponsor for a different show. Never mind me.
Other soft drinks are available.
Also, Endpoint, other orgs are available, preferably not G. Thank you very much. Crispy then, infield. That's crazy. That's a nice far post shot. Quite real reaction here from Rai, who again wins the follow-up challenge with the covering clearance from Crispy. Once again, buys his team plenty of time to fill up the tanks. TEMPOH with a challenge. This rotation is so nice from 100%. They're spreading the net wide, but they're not taking too much time to react to what they're seeing from Troglodytas in front of them, and it's just making it real frustrating to try, for the orange team at least, to make it into the opposition half.
It does feel like Troglodytas are winning most of these close challenges when it's a 50-50 ball in the corner. It does feel like the orange team are getting the better of it, but when they try to go downfield, sending this ball long, they're just sending it straight into the defender, and it's right back in their own court before they know it.
FORECE. And there's BREEZI. Tempo. Again, so little boost. It was a throw into the middle for throw into the middle's sake. Here he is again. A little more boost this time around over the top of Crispy, off the top of the box.
What a recovery.
Reset. My goodness, it was right. From no, I mean, that was such a weird camera angle to look at it from, but the strike is not sunk. Now it's back on target via Rai, I think it was. No, it was, my apologies, it was a Tempo throwing the shot towards them. FORECE now with a demo. BREEZI all alone, but TRITON was left alone with the ball. They were able to have a conversation all with themselves, and they almost get a goal out of it.
Back and forth we go. I mean, like, let's go back to the Tempo attempt at net. As soon as he got bumped onto the ceiling, I knew he was going for that double touch. There's a 100% chance he was going to try and make them pay. Doesn't get it. But TRITON upfield as well. I talked about the close-in challenges. He won every single one of those on his way to net. Just couldn't get it past the final man.
BREEZI musty flick looking for TRITON, who is completely removed from the field of play.
Later.
Bye-bye. Oh, another challenge for Crispy, though. His 50 game has been superb. Look at the slowdown as well. FORECE able to throw his car wide enough to get a piece of it. Now for the drop down. How on earth did Ray save that?
As bravery is the highest form. Just had to put his car in a position and hope and pray that the offense would hit it straight to him, and they did. Not really much else, not much other place in the net that the offense could have shot that. Great heads-up play by Rai, but it's straight back to the blue team. As you said, Rai had a chance to bring this one downfield, and does, but off the backboard, and no real big follow-up from the Troglodytes.
I mean, to be fair, they are currently dwelling in some sort of a cave. It's a cave that is completely... It's not light that they're lacking, it's goals that they're lacking. And part of that is Crispy on the front line, continually intercepting all of these attempted clearance plays. Is TRITON from the backboard, right underneath them, but there's BREEZI set up, ready to go. Tempo now with a quick turn, 180, flick straight into Crispy. Hey, speaking of the man of the moment, here's Rai now, again, running out of time too, 70 seconds. It's less than as we speak here, Crafters. Just the one goal might well be enough.
Yeah, it does feel like as Crispy goes for two to try and put this out of reach. Even though one goal to get back, it does feel like Troglodytes are really scrambling, maybe panicking a little bit that they need to score this. You certainly don't want to go 2-0 down in this best-of-7 series to try and bring it back after that. Oh, but TRITON off the backboard, double tap, that's 2-0.
They are setting up, Crafters, for 4 clean sheets in 5 games across 2 separate series. That is superb defense. It is superb knowledge of exactly what you're working with as a unit. It's brilliant mechanics from TRITON. It's the daylight that they were looking for. Worst case scenario for Troglodytes, who look no closer to scoring a goal, let alone 2.
And if it wasn't for that one goal, as TRITON gets it from BREEZI, I was going to say, if it wasn't for that fantastic classic play in game number 1 for Troglodytes, they'd be on for, that'd be 5 clean sheets in a row, which is, you know, getting into the semi-finals and grand finals, you're expecting those games to be close. And they're just locking themselves down, and they're backing it up with great offensive play like that as well. Fantastic pass.
I'm very much surprised and shocked, impressed all the while, but this is a very different challenge now for the Troglodytes. Their punchy, brave style of play that served them so well against Kachowdoppers has kind of just melted away. No goals, unless there is a miracle here in the final few seconds. 3 conceded down the other end. Mighty, yet before it would have been if we had another second on the clock.
That absolutely should have been 4, and they're they're absolutely so unlucky that they didn't get that. That's a crying shame, but nevertheless doesn't make a lick of difference. And you look at the shot total again there, Relic, and it tells pretty much the same story from game 1. 100% control in the offense for 100%, and Troglodytes, you know, they are missing 100% of the shots they are taking right now.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's not that many saves from 100%. They got 4 saves off. Well, actually, mind you, they are saving a lot because there was only 5 shots from Troglodytes. They saved 4 of them. So it's only the 1 shot that they're missing.
you've got to give them credit where it's due, and their defense has been really good at points, but I think it's just the consistency that 100% get the ball back. You talked about their offensive rotation and how well they're flowing through the open space, and Troglodytes just cannot keep hold of the ball for an extended period of time, and that is the thing that's going against them, because 100%, they keep the ball, they keep scoring. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I feel like their midfield prowess is really impressive too. They're locking down those 100 boosts, which of course for the more mechanically gifted players, those are your bread and butter. Those are the things that you have to try and take control of. But this isn't exactly a mechanically gifted team. So instead what they're utilizing those resources for is in effect of their rotation. They can be everywhere at once because they're saving that boost for crucial moments that completely deny Troglodytes the clear-cut opportunities that they'd be hoping for.
What I want to see off the kickoff here in game number 3 is Troglodytes just sustaining pressure for more than, I don't know, like 10, 15, 20 seconds. Get a few shots in early here. Start 100% off on the back foot and at least force them to defend a little bit, because it just feels like they're running rampant right off the kickoff, and I don't know. BREEZI's getting credit for that, although I didn't think he touched it on the backboard here. He didn't.
He didn't touch it on the backboard. It just went in. Covered it just to confirm it. And 100%, if this result holds, they're on to match point already. Troglodytes. Someone get the spotlight out. We need to find them.
We'll be put on the side of a milk carton in a minute. Looking for offense. Last seen against Kerchow, or whatever their name is, K-Chow. Let's find the right
Kerchow.
Kerchow.
It don't matter anymore.
It don't matter. It's not like they won the last two tournaments in this. I mean, they did, but
it's not like
they didn't win
700
week,
people turned up to watch them or anything.
Don't tell me what you did last week. Tell me, what have you done for me lately? You've not won, K-Dot.
Oh.
K-Chow-Dot. Dumb name. Use the Lightning McQueen car available in the store right now.
Still no joy for Troglodytes. In fact, it's going to get even worse. For it's not a breeze, it's a gale force wind right now.
When it rains, it pours, and BREEZI is howling a gale against this defense that just seems completely lost. I mean, we were singing their praises not 30, 40 seconds ago in the break, or I suppose a minute and 15 seconds ago. I don't know, maths. But yeah, their defense has been up to scratch throughout this series. But right now, they just seem completely lost, and maybe it's a lick of desperation trying to make something happen. Oh my goodness, straight into your own man. Is BREEZI going to send it home? TEMPOH saves the day.
They just don't have any answers for 100% right now. Absolutely nothing. They managed to secure the boost hit. Nice. I mean, it ends in a goal, so I mean, all's well that ends well, but that was incredible. And it's TEMPOH who got blocked, who scores the goal. Oh, Crispy DC
Apparently
before the goal.
So.
Oh, controversy. Controversy on the field.
We're going to have to go to the judges on this one. We get break out the VAR. Oh, God, sorry, I tapped my microphone.
Very aggressive, Craftman.
I'm sorry. I'm just so excited that Troglodytes actually scored a goal, but we'll get a ruling from the admins in a moment, and we'll let you know what happens in that. But yeah, I mean, hey, if that does stand, hey, a goal's a goal. It doesn't matter how it looked. It looked so dumb coming off the wall like that. But yeah, that was interesting nonetheless. But hey, I think even if this goal does come off the board here, Relic, would you say that Troglodytes at least have some momentum coming out of this pause?
They do. I gotta say, folks, it's not often where you have a full disagreement on a tech pause. We have one side saying that one car is disconnected. We got the other side who are very much adamant that they weren't. I have to say, we didn't exactly have the best camera angle to look at it from, because we were very much following tempo and like it was a sharp angle. So we didn't have full eyes on Crispy, but it didn't seem obvious to me that there was somebody completely absent from play. And so we do have confirmation. The goal is going to stand. So to go back to your question, Crafters, yes, they do have momentum because they have scored now, at least.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we're just waiting for who are we waiting for? We're waiting for Crispy to come back, but we'll get him back in the lobby in due course. But yeah, as you said, goal stands, and we'll start from 3:11 on the clock from the kickoff. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said at the start of this game, I want to see Troglodytes come out of the traps, put the pressure on, and force 100% to defend a little bit. Because I mean, what like the stats in this game so far: 2 saves, 1 from BREEZI, 1 from TRITON. Only just the 1 save required from Troglodytes, but it just feels like they've had to defend and defend and defend, and now it's starting to break down. Try and turn that into some kind of offense. You've got 1 goal out of it. Go out and see if you can get that second.
And I like that they were able to turn around a position from which it looked like it was not going to lead to anything, by the way. Again, that TRITON block, absolutely hilarious. But the fact that TEMPOH was able to react so quickly from that, scoot on down the wall, quick spin, straight into the melee, finds the shot on target, gets the goal, catches everybody unawares. We might be having a lobby change post this as well, so we might have a longer break in between games. Again, competitive integrity, etc., etc., etc. But for the moment, it remains 2-1. So good news if you are 100% fans. They do still hold the lead, of course, but that 1 goal might just be the difference maker for Troglodytes on their comeback trail.
Well, let's see. Crispy's going to see how he feels. We'll get the lobby reset after this game, but nonetheless, you got to play some Rocket League now, boys. 3 minutes left here in game number 3, and if the score holds, if 100% can battle through this little bit of adversity they've came across, conceding 1 and having a little bit of tech issues, nonetheless, they will go on to match point, and that will be huge. First sweeps in best of 7s are uncommon at best and impossible at worst.
Well, here's Rye. Goes all the way back to his own corner and does get that second touch. Important, gives him the space to get the 100 towards the backboard. Who was that flying? I think it was BREEZI who completely misread it. TEMPOH, Crispy with the challenge. Backboard for rest. There's TRITON, takes it over the top of him and into midfield. Rye with the challenge again, but there's no one there to follow up with the exception of Crispy, who throws it away for his own team.
I talked earlier about the close-in challenges that Troglodytes were making in their own half of the field, in the corner, trying to get a grip in defense. I want to see them make those close challenges like Rye just did in offense. Try and get the ball out of the blue hands and set themselves up for some kind of passing play, or just barrel it through the defense. Because, a pinch helps. Lovely little homage to the to Kuxa there, as they do get something going off the backboard. Rye tried to follow up, they couldn't quite get it on target.
The doink attempt was admirable, but TEMPOH having none of it. Shot, second shot. What a read from Crispy, or was it simply the pace of the play across net that led to the natural deflection on that follow-up? Here's FORECE yet again. Western side, that's over the top of TEMPOH, and Rye's got to sweep around him. FORECE with the demo on BREEZI. A little bit of packet loss for me in this lobby. Maybe there is a little bit of truth to the controversy. FORECE now to the side, and it's very sideways though, it's not really forward ways. BREEZI, all in the name of burning time. Craftman for the second goal to make it 3-1 will certainly do better.
And what has been the flavour of the day here in the grand final, constant pressure from the blue team, and it forces a defensive mistake. Everyone out of net, Rye the only person back, and couldn't quite get a good touch on it. And I said earlier that we wanted to see 100% tested in defense. I think they have passed with flying colours so far. FORECE can't quite get the second touch that they needed. And yes, again, like, we've not seen Troglodytes come forward all that much, but they are really racking up the saves now, are 100% here.
Where's Dr. Strange when we need him? I think we've got to travel into the serververse because this one's collapsing. We don't know why, but the defense is also collapsing off. Crispy sending Troglodytes looking left ways, right ways. Shot straight on target from TRITON, saved away now. Hits Crispy. And BREEZI, another shot in an open net. It's disastrous for Troglodytes.
I want to say, if Crispy had like another 10-15 boost, he would have absolutely scored that the first time around. But yeah, again, defense just kind of looks a little bit lost. They don't really know how to combat this. Like you said, they're coming up with very little answers here on the defensive side of the ball, and because of that, it is just 100% keeping the ball. I'm interested. I'm going to actually open up the stream a second to see what the you know I love the field domination stat.
Oh yes.
And, I want to see the ball possession stat as well, because I just want to see how dominant this performance has actually been, at least here in game number 3 for 100%, as they do confirm that they will go on to match point. What a performance though so far, though. It has been you know, soup to nuts. They have been absolutely on it, but they've got one more game to win, and sometimes that can be the toughest hurdle to get over.
Well, there's your stats, Mr. Kraft. And 55% ball possession and 51% field domination. But it looks like Crispy is okay to go again in this lobby. I guess no surprise. I mean, they did just, you know, win again.
Yeah, quick restart, sorted everything out. He's fine now.
Yeah, I'm just kind of baffled. I'm kind of baffled. I wish that there was something that I could pick up on and say this is what the Troglodytes are doing really well. They're kind of not. They're just struggling in all areas of the pitch. They're lacking boost at the crucial times. They're not finding quality demos to unlock the 100% defense and to rattle the rotation, so to speak. Even the one goal that they did score in that last game, Crafters, is going to be deemed controversial. So, I mean, they got to win now, otherwise they're going home second place and cemented so.
I mean, still $600 to walk away with as second place in the Rendezvous. Nothing to be sniffed at, but everyone wants that top prize. They call themselves a Rendezvous champion for the first time, of course, and to walk away with that prize. That first place prize of $1,500. Getting a couple of good deals in the Black Friday sales, but right, first goal that Troglodytes have scored to take the lead since game number 1.
It was a big overcommit. It's a really, really, really big overcommit. And RXII had to still work fast because they were retreating pretty rapidly. But I'm so glad to see him control that ball nicely, get a lot of power behind it, on target too. It's their first lead of the no, not of the series.
No, they had the first goal in game number 1.
Yeah,
I was saying that's their first, you know, opening goal or first leading goal since that moment in game 1,
which would have been the first minute of game 1 as well.
Yeah,
long time ago. Beautiful pass, shot on target. TRITON makes the save. FORECE now just waiting, slowly, surely forces the commit, the challenge. Stepping in is TEMPOH, moving back into the central area. Crispy now. RXII defended away by Crispy yet again. There's a demo off screen. I think that was on the blue side. TEMPOH now straight to TRITON. FORECE spikes this one down. BREEZI on the backboard. This is the most amount of pressure sustained for 100% that the Troglodytes have been able to enact.
Yeah, forcing them to make these saves, and it just feels like they've switched controllers, really. This is exactly what 100% was doing to them in their half. Crispy finally trying to get some relief here, but it's straight to RXII. He's got FORECE on his right. Does pass, but hits the post. Is there a follow-up? No, it's just TRITON to take it to the corner.
Too sharp a shot. TEMPOH. He's just going to go for the challenge here. Buy his teammates a little bit of time to restock on the boost. Head back in. I mean, that's certainly a nice way to restock, isn't it? To get it from your own opponents, and the demo as well leaves 100% one light for the moment, though the transition is eventually going to end up in the orange half, albeit out of most people's hound. BREEZI. Oh my goodness. What? I think that is an OG. I think that's an own goal.
Hang on, I need to see this from this angle, because this just looks.
Yep.
Oh right, that is.
I mean, TRITON was there, so they were probably going to get the shot anyway.
Yeah, but you're in that position, right? You've got to make a better touch than that. That's simply poor. To borrow our phrase from our good friend Danny Boy, that is diabolical.
Diabolical. A rare diabolical from Kraft, man.
You again, I'm usually quite positive in these, but except when I'm with Danny, he just kind of brings us all down. But
I'm usually positive, except when I'm not.
I don't mean that, Danny. I love you, Danny. I don't mean that. But what I was thinking just there as well, where's TEMPOH been on offense? You've not really seen too much out of him. It's really been RXII down in the final third trying to make plays. We saw TEMPOH in the semi-final make some phenomenal touches and some great goals towards the end of that series. But he's just been really quiet so far.
Well, what's the opposite of popping off? That feels like what the Troglodytes are doing right now. They're sort of like, instead of the microwave, they're going into the freezer. They're cooling off, maybe. I'm gonna all credit to Calais, who's been going with the puns all night. It is a real tragedy here to see Troglodytes struggling so much, but still.
I dropped my pen, guys. Slammed it onto my notebook.
But hey, look, it's still 1. It's not like they're losing yet. They still have a foothold in the game. So as long as they don't concede now, they can try and work something out of overtime, perhaps.
Yeah, they got to get some possession back, though. It was they did very, very well to keep hold of this ball in the first couple of minutes, but now they have just reverted back to the norm in Crispy.
What?
That is normal for him, but extraordinary for anyone else.
Oh,
that is goodness gracious me.
That is actually disgusting. I'm not going to make that joke. I don't think I'm allowed to. 2-1. 2-1.
What were you going to say if only he did that on endpoint? Is that
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
going
no,
to say?
no. I'm just going to say it slipped off the. I'm just going to say it slipped off the caboose of his car very easily indeed.
2-1. They cannot hold on to this tie game. And like we said, reverting back to the norm. The more things change, the more they seem to stay the same. Just as Troglodytes were getting a foothold in offense, it is right back into the hands of a Hundo P. And BREEZI might just want to draw at this clock. We saw them in game number 1 go for that third goal to secure it, and they seem to be doing the same again, just forcing these close quarters contact and forcing the Troglodytes of Troglodytes to make these mistakes. With 30 seconds left, they are still on the rampage, but RXII getting this one back for the moment.
It just seems written in the stars.
Oh my goodness,
3v1. Yeah, you should have scored. You should have scored. Triton, that might very well be the final dagger into the heart.
FORECE did so well there to just try and get that ball away. Gets up to the backboard, but I think everyone else was cleared out, expecting to try and go downfield, try and tie this game up, and maybe force overtime towards the end. But 15 seconds, rise in the possession, could make it 3-2. Doesn't quite. BREEZI, absolutely stone save.
Well, the Craftman curse for today is only cast sweeps, it seems.
Seems like it.
My goodness. That is going to be incredible. I mean, they do at least score a buzzer beater, but it's not a overtime goal. It's not a winning goal. It's a bit of a sad whimper for Troglodytes, who do not earn a single game in the grand finals. 100%. Mate, they got the platinum trophy.
Congratulations. 100%. Rendez-Vous completed it, mate.
Completed it, mate, yep.
But by the way, I did curse 100%. You talked about me cursing these games and only casting sweeps. I did do my usual curse of writing down the scores 3-1, and then they scored right at the end at 3-2. So scribbled over that one,
Never
made
in
it a
doubt.
2. It's all good. But yeah, what a performance from 100%. They just seemed completely on the ball. Troglodytes looked lost at points, which was kind of surprising coming out of the series that they just played against the 2-time winners, the double defending champs of, as I try to find their name on Wikipedia,
Kachowda.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, guys. They didn't use Lightning McQueen. That's why I'm so angry. Can't say their name. But yeah, you got to give them credit. They were absolutely on the ball, and I don't think there was any way they were losing a single game out of that.
Yeah, I think all of my hope for the Troglodytes ran out maybe a minute from the end of game 1, perhaps, because that's the moment. That's the moment where just everything good kind of stopped. We saw maybe flashes here and there, one goal here or there, but they were so not in control of the series, the complete opposite. And 100%, it's not like they've had an easy road either. Yeah, they swept the grand finals. Yeah, they swept in the quarters. They, again, had to reverse sweep lorry drivers to get here, but they kept
Tough
clean
task.
sheets in every single one of them. Troglodytes, yeah, I think they will be as disappointed as anybody else. I think they will know that they could have done a lot better, but they will also learn a lot from this series as well. It will only improve them all as players.
Absolutely, and it's never over here at the Rocket RB with the Rendezvous, because the fact that we have weeklies is a great thing, and because they are weeklies, we're back next week. We're doing it all again. That you guys can sign up as well. Go follow Rocket Baguette and the Rocket RB over on Twitter, X, whatever you've got to call it. No one calls it X. But yeah, go find out how you sign up for the next one, and maybe it could be you in the grand final, casted by either us or one of our other lovely colleagues. But Troglodytes, they'll be back in full force, and I imagine they'll be hungry for more next week.
I certainly hope so. Well, big thank you to Digital Bacon, who was with us earlier today, to Kales on socials, and to Ben on production. We love all of you. He's been Craftman. I've just been Relic. And from all of us here, it is a very warm goodbye.